Hello everybody, welcome to the Pentecostal. Today I'm going to go ahead with the series that I started yesterday, and we're going to talk about leprosy. Yes, I want to say the same thing about yesterday. If you like the video, YouTube sends it out to more people. That's how we get the message out. That's how we encourage a lot more people. So please like the video. You're helping me get the message out, and you get the devil mad. All right, let's get into it. Okay, I want to try to explain to you the situation that this man was in. It could be one of two things, one of two types of leprosy that they dealt with in those times. But first, let's read the scripture again. Matthew 8:1-3. When he came down, this is Jesus came down from the mountainside, large crowds followed him. A man with leprosy came and knelt before him and said, "Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean." Jesus reached out his hand and touched the man. "I am willing," he said. "Be clean." Immediately he was cured of his leprosy. Such a wonderful scripture. Leprosy was the most terrible and terrifying illness of the day, of that time. A disease steadily taking over the body. It starts with sores around the eyes and around the mouth. He starts to lose all hair on his body. The sores spreads to his vocal cords, so that he's eventually unable to speak. It goes to his hands and his feet, so much so that with time he could lose fingers and lose toes. His mind gets affected, so that reason and thoughts are gone. He eventually will be in a coma, and then death can come. This process takes about up to 9 years. The other one is the other form of leprosy is where he loses all sensation in his body. He can't feel anything. The nervous system is affected. All the muscles in his body become weak. The sores in his hands goes deep onto the bone. His hands get so affected by the sores up to the bone that it gets stiff and it forms a claw. He could eventually lose his hands and his feet. Slowly he is dying. And in this instance, this process takes about 30 years. If people suspected that somebody has been showing signs of of having leprosy, they would force this person to go see the priest. And then the priest would observe the person for 7 days, and if he can confirm that this person has the disease, he would then inform him, obviously, and then what he will do is he will mess up the hair of the person, put old clothes on him, take him to the middle of the city, and there he will start a funeral program for this person, because the person is dead. And that is in front of everybody who's there. And then when the funeral is done, the person then would with his hands behind his back, he must run out of the city and shouting unclean, for everybody to know that this is happening, and they must stay away from him. People were very scared of this disease and of people who have the disease. So much so that there's rabbis that wrote that they wouldn't buy anything in that street that the person, as this leper, is run through, because of this uncleanness. It was contagious, this disease. He has been walking and living outside of the city, we don't know for how long. He's already dead as far as the people is concerned. So he's waiting, because everything is going downhill. There's nothing he can do. Nothing he can do to turn it around. Nobody wants his family, wants nothing to do with him. Nothing. Friends are gone. Everybody's gone. They want nothing. He's outside. But then one day, he heard of this Jesus and what he has done. Tell him that I'm in a situation. I'm in a situation that nobody can help me. Nothing can help me. There's no medicine. There's no cure. There's nothing. Let me go to this Jesus. Maybe he can help. If he is willing, maybe he can help me get out of this. He falls before Jesus and tells him, if you are willing, you can cleanse me. Jesus stretched out his hand. Now, everybody standing there would have been horrified by this, seeing this. The outstretched hand of a guy to a leper. That would have been mind-blowing to everybody standing there, because you're looking to die yourself. But Jesus stretched out his hand. This is the first time, I don't know how long in the process this guy was with this disease. It could take up to 9 years, and in the other case it could take up to 30 years. We don't know how far long he was, but already he was outside of the city living, and he's gonna feel right now the touch of somebody. Another person is going to touch him right now. Jesus does that. Stretch out his hand to this man. This must have been a wildly awesome day for him. A wildly surprising and terrific, exciting day for him. Jesus cleansed him. Now, Jesus heals him. He is healed. Everybody sees. His face is clean. His hands is clean. He's still got his old clothes on. He still smells, maybe, I think. But he's standing there. He's cleansed. He's healed. Now what now? Now, according to the tradition, he must go back to the priest. Back to the priest, because the priest must confirm that he's cleansed. He goes to the priest for this 7 days, and the priest confirms. Now, what the priest do then? The priest must take him back to the middle of the city. And in the middle of the city, the priest announces to the city, this one is no longer a leper, he's healed. Then the priest presents him as a healed person. And then what happens, according to the tradition, is that everybody must come and be joyful with him that he's been healed. And then give him gifts. Gives him gifts for overcoming this disease. What an awesome time for this man. I'm sure it's not described in the Bible, but I'm sure that he went with all of these gifts back to Jesus. And a grateful person would do that. Back to Jesus and show him all the gifts that he got. I hope this words encourages you that Jesus has his hands outstretched to you as well, and he's willing and able to get you out of whatever you're struggling with. All right. Please like the video, subscribe to the Pentecostal, and I'll see you next time.